Oh, man. So, I had heard about these charges coming up or whatever, but I know the man hasn't been through a trial or anything like that. And, he's the voice of Rick and Morty. And he's a writer too, isn't he? I'm like, well, when you get rid of the main talent and continue on, I don't know if it'll be as popular. You're going to have new voice actors and everything. Unless someone can do identical voice acting, I just don't. And, he hasn't been found guilty or innocent yet, so I'm like, is it because of the bad press? I would assume that, unless they know something we don't know. It says here, Justin Roiland, the co-creator of Rick and Morty, has been dropped off the show following domestic abuse charges. Rick and Morty's co-creator, Justin Roiland, had been fired as the voice and titular character of the show after he was charged with domestic abuse in Orange County. The 42-year-old has been charged with corporal injury and fake imprisonment by fraud. What's that? Fake imprisonment by fraud. Menace, violence, or deceit. So, fake imprisonment by fraud, menace, violence, or deceit. What is that? The charges date back to an incident that happened in 2020 against an anonymous woman that Roiland was living with and dated at the time, although currently he is pleaded not guilty and awaiting trial. Wow. So, both the main characters of the show, Rick and Morty, are voiced by Roiland. That's what I thought. The animated sci-fi sitcom was created by the cartoonist duo, Roiland and Dan Harmon. By the way, get over to YouTube memberships or Patreon if you want to see my reactions to Rick and Morty. On Sunday, the vice president of communications at Adult Swim. I love this show, so I'm sitting here like, man. They announced the release of Roiland, saying Adult Swim has ended its association with Justin Roiland. Roiland has not only voiced the main characters of the show and other small characters, but he is also one of the two foundational creators of the show. After his release, Harmon will solely run the sci-fi sitcom. Adult Swim ordered a whopping 70 episodes of the show in 2018, which would take a total of 10 seasons. In December, Rick and Morty finished season 6. Now, this major shift is being alleged, said that Rick and Morty will continue with Roiland's voice roles recast, while Roiland retains his credit as co-creator. Roiland appeared for the pre-trial 2 weeks ago when his charges emerged. His next pre-trial hearing has been... That is wild. I wish I knew what was going on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Because in one of these situations, you can't, you know what I mean? Right now, it's he said, she said. There's charges, got to go to trial. It puts you in a weird business space of whether you cut ties or not, I guess. You know what I mean? Because if you let him stay, and then he's found guilty, then that's a bigger problem. But then if he's vindicated, then it's like, see, we stuck by him. I don't know. It's one of those things where sometimes people that work with you know you the best, and maybe something is up. I don't know, man. But I really do not know how they're gonna keep the show going after that. There's shows that have lost main characters and thrived, and there's shows that have lost main characters and not thrived, especially when it comes to voices of certain characters. Wow. let truth prevail and let justice prevail. Post comments down below. Let me know what you all think about this. As a fan, I am bummed out. I am bummed out. I'm sad. And it is what it is. Guess I'll finish up the last season and a half I think I got left to do. 10 million subscribers. Whoa. Man.